At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started.
And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Ken.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The Steelers at 11-2 now, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game.
And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Fields.
Forced out to his left.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. To throw is Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Throwing again is Fields.
His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go.
Here's Fields.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force the penalty to the 1, but if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll try and sneak it, and he will get in to make it 8-0. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
go, first quarter.
Here's Daniels.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
To throw is Daniels.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to Bowers once again.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here's second and 10.
Punch right. West right, fit. Here we go, son.
Now it's Fields.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hey, Ken.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now Fields.
Dancing to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. Fields.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
Yep. Here we go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick him up then, isn't it?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
551, 551. Here we go.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Hey, 551, 551.
They snap it to Fields.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth
From 6 yards away.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change?
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Off play action, Fields.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Fields.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Up. Here we go. Good.
Now Fields going to keep it running left.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Watch right. Tonight.
From the gun, here's Fields.
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown!
George Pickens
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The open man is Westbrook, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Daniels looking to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
From 3 yards out. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a 2nd and 10.
EQ! Alpha, let's go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. And the Raiders have got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Alpha. Don't jump. Ready? Go.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Flushed out right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He may go.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here we go. All right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Angel, Angel, Angel. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To the air goes Daniels. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Track it, 60.
In motion goes the tight end.
Go.
Back to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Is that all right?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 65 yards.
And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover.
He's got a man, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 70 yards.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Easy. Here we go. Is that all right?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go, son.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. To throw is Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's caught. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. Big strides. Look at him go.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Fields trying to throw for it.
Steps away to his left. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Here's Daniels.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Throwing quickly to Wilson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From just shy of midfield, here's second down and a yard.
Here we go. Tonight.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go, son. Go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now second and 9. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Able to locate his running back. Open downfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the afternoon. Now it's Fields. And the Steelers add on to their lead. And it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Throwing now is Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He completes it to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Daniels. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Now Fields.
Buying time to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Here we go, side.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Here we go, set.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there.
70 yards. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Okay, ready?
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about